Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your daily collective message for July 30th, 2025. I hope that you're all doing well. This will be a general reading for the collective, all signs, all placements for the day, or when you hear this message is when you're meant to receive it. So if you're new here, welcome. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if this resonates with you. If not, that's okay too. Welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. It's really helping the channel. Let's call in spirit. Okay, so let's start off your reading with a Wild Soul Animal Oracle card to get an overall feeling for what the message is about. Grab your tea, coffee, water, snacks, whatever it is that you like to have. I've got my coffee. Tasting really good this morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Today is Wednesday, July 30th. So angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective, all signs, all placements. What is the most important message for the collective? What is it we need to know, please, Spirit? Oh my goodness, we pulled the owl yesterday or the other day, and it was again, we're pulling the owl again, so it's about wisdom. It's about inner wisdom. It's about listening to your intuition. Let's read from the Animal Oracle deck again. So we pulled the owl again, and you saw me shuffle. So the owl, known for its keen sight and intuition, symbolizes deep wisdom and insight. Able to see through darkness, the owl encourages you to look beyond the surface and trust your inner knowing. This card suggests that you rely on your intuition to guide you through challenges, reminding you that true wisdom often comes from within. So trust your inner wisdom today and allow your intuition to guide you. Clarity comes from looking beyond the obvious. And what stuck out for me today is able to see through the darkness. Those are the words that stuck out for me for today on this card. So we know we like the nightbird, the owl, but be able to see through the darkness is what stands out for me today. But let's see what the message is from the tarot. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective, all signs, all placements. July 30th, 2025, please. Most important message for the collective. Okay. All right, so the first card we have out of the deck is the Temperance card in the reverse position. When I look at the Temperance card, I'm always thinking about balance between the spiritual and the physical. And it feels like it may be, there may be some unbalancing today. I think yesterday was all about balance. It could have been the day before. My days are getting mixed up just a little bit here. But this is basically, this is more conflict within, I feel like. So you're feeling unbalanced. So being able to see through the darkness, remember with the owl. And I feel like seeing through a state of darkness within is what I'm feeling here. An unbalanced nature with the Temperance card, conflict within, a bad combination of light and dark. So not being able to see through the dark. But the owl reminds you that you can. So having the wisdom to see through the darkness, having the wisdom to see through the darkness that you may be going through. And we'll go back and clarify. The Ten of Wands tells me that there's heavy burdens at this time. You may be carrying a load of a lot to handle or overwhelming stress at this time, and that may be making you feel unbalanced. Again, being able to see through the darkness at this time. We do have the Three of Cups here as well. Now, this makes me feel about trying to solve a problem. So trying to come up with a solution over a problem. So having victory over hardship. So this makes me feel like having an unbalanced nature due to overwhelming stress and trying to figure out a solution to the problem and getting through some type of darkness within your life. Being able to see the light through the darkness is what I'm feeling here for today. Let's go back and clarify. We do have the Seven of Swords in the shadow for what you don't see. With the Seven of Swords, it's in the reverse position. This is like getting advice from somebody. So you could be getting some advice on how to navigate through this darkness and trying to come up with a well thought out plan in order to persevere through this heavy, stressful load at this time. Please clarify the Temperance card, please, Spirit. Please clarify the Temperance. We have the Three of Swords. So you could be feeling unbalanced due to some type of heartache. Please clarify the Ten of Wands. You could be going through a dark night of the soul at this time is what I'm hearing from Spirit. We have the Death card, so you're definitely going through a transformation. That's probably why you're carrying this heavy load or this stress. Perhaps after heartache. Please clarify the Three of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. And we have the High Priestess in the reverse position. Back of the deck, we have the Moon card. Okay. So it feels like the Spirit is saying you may be going through a dark night of the soul at this time. You could have a lot of overwhelming stress, feeling a lot of heartache, a lot of pain at this time, which is keeping you unbalanced. You could be going through a transformation and carrying a lot of heavy stress because of the transformation you're going through. It feels like things have changed for you dramatically. So now you're carrying a heavy load. There's a lot of sadness. Again, I feel like the words are the dark night of the soul is what the Spirit is saying. As I am being able to see through the darkness with the Wisdom card here with the owl. The Queen of Pentacles is here. That is clarifying this Three of Cups in the reverse position. The Queen of Pentacles is basically telling me that You may be getting advice, for a strong advice from others, so you may be relying on others for monetary support. You could be just relying on their advice on how to navigate through things financially. Socially, you could just be asking your friends in order to help navigate the advice in order to have victory over this situation where you're feeling like you're in the dark night of the soul. This feels very much inward, pain and heavy stress burden that you could be going through because of a transformation, perhaps after heartache, which has left you unbalanced. And Spirit says being able to navigate through the darkness is most important. So utilizing that intuition in order to get through, using your wisdom in order to navigate through a situation. So you could be getting strong advice or help from others through this situation, such as friends, family, counseling, things like that. Somebody giving you strong advice to help navigate through this. The High Priestess is clarifying the Seven of Swords here in the reverse position. Another major arcana. It makes me feel like you could be holding back your true feelings when it comes to navigating the situation. So with the Seven of Swords here, it feels like you could be getting strong advice, trying to navigate through the situation as I was talking about before. So holding back what you really, really feel through the strong advice that you're getting from others and helping to navigate through the situation. The Moon card is in the shadow in the reverse position. You could be avoiding reality or telling yourself lies about how you're actually feeling, and the stress that you're feeling is overwhelming. As I was talking about yesterday, it feels like a depressive state. This feels like depression or grief. You could be feeling overwhelmed by it. You could be in a dark night of the soul at this time. And trying to navigate through this, you could be getting some strong advice today to help navigate through this. Being able to see the light through the darkness. Let's pull a couple more. What advice do you have for the collective, please, Spirit? What advice do you have for the collective? We have the Four of Cups, and we have the Ace of Cups. Gosh, same cards we've been getting. Back of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So this basically tells me that you really need to have some time from inner self and reflection on. The advice is to sit back and have some reflection on everything that has happened with the Four of Cups. So it is a time of reflection. You could be going through a lot of disappointment in life at this time, and that's what's led you to this dark night of the soul. But with the Ace of Cups here, it feels like you're being offered a beautiful life despite going through all of this. You have a beautiful life despite everything that you've been going through, despite the despair you feel at this time. You're being offered a beautiful life here, an abundance, a fullness of spirit is being offered to you. The dark night of the soul, the wisdom in order to go through the darkness, is being offered to you with love. We have the Three of Pentacles in the shadow as well, in the upright position for what you don't see. This just feels like you could be working creatively or collaboratively in order to help pull you out of this funk. So perhaps getting back to something like a hobby, painting, music, anything artistic is going to help pull you out of this dark night of the soul. You're being offered abundance here, pleasures, and I feel like in order for you to get through the darkness, like the owl can see through the darkness, you need to maybe think about the things that bring you pleasure, because you're being offered a life of abundance here. You're feeling really, there's a lot of depression and grief that is going on right now, but Spirit is trying to pull you out of this by being creative. Going back to an artistic ability. One more, please, Spirit. One more. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, this is keeping you up at night. You could be having nightmares at this time. It feels like a grief, as we talked about before. And I have the Two of Cups here. This could be a broken relationship that you're going through, or some type of situation where there's been a great deal of pain or loss of a loved one here. So take it as it resonates. Spirit is saying that you use your creative forces, paint, sing, play a musical instrument. It's going to collaborate with others. Being artistic, your creative true self is going to help pull you out of this funk, to get you through this dark night of the soul. Spirit is saying that you have an abundant life here that's being offered to you. But you're definitely feeling it today. I think that you were feeling it yesterday as well. It's an unbalanced state of mind. It's a dark night of the soul that the collective is going through at this time. Your creative forces are going to help you, pull you out of this situation. You're definitely going through a transformation and carrying a lot of stress with this transformation. But to get to the celebration of life here, you must think outside the box. Get back to your creative self. Perhaps the creation of a new life is what is abundantly set forth for you. This feels like loss, grief, after the loss of a loved one or relationship here. Let's pull a message from the universe to finish up your reading. Okay, it says this stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help. Didn't I say that somebody could be helping you financially? And miracles and life-changing blessings are on your way. That's this Ace of Cups here. So Spirit is saying this stressful situation that you've been going through is almost coming to an end. We're sending positive energy, financial help, and miracles and life-changing blessings your way. So this is basically summing up the entire message here. Spirit knows you're going through a dark night of the soul at this time. This is a lot of grief, pain, sorrow that you're going through at this time. It feels like due to a loss of a loved one or the loss of a relationship that's left you heartbroken. There's a lot of heavy stress and burden that you've been going through. You've been carrying a heavy load here, and it could be financially, where you could be getting some financial help for some friends, could be offering you some advice and help. Spirit is asking you to use your intuition here. And you're all up in your head about this with the Moon card here. So the stressful situation is almost coming to an end. So that's good news here. And Spirit says they're sending positive energy, financial help, and miracles and life-changing blessings your way. So you should be feeling better soon. And remember, the owl here sees through the darkness. So even though you could be going through a dark night of the soul, the light is there for you. So be the owl. Look for the light in the darkness. I hope you have a wonderful day, and be kind and compassionate to others. Use empathy as well. I hope you have a blessed day. Namaste.